Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Admonition Islamic Center cordially invited to a monthly lecture themed Why Are We Here? Health Talk by Dr. Sharif Ewunuga. Topic: Coping with the Stress.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, I'm asked to speak on coping with distress. Yeah, if we look at the country we find ourselves on its own, it's a stress. Now we now have our own activities of day-to-day activities or our day-to-day endeavors as the country itself has affected each and every one of us. So stress over stress. So what is distress? Distress is a state of emotional or psychological discomfort, suffering, pain. It can manifest in various ways. If we look at the definition of health by WHO, say health is a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual, and not merely in the absence of disease or infirmity. This definition also key into that process, because it's telling us that each and every one of us here, we are one way in the other wanting, which means we are not all healthy. In one way or the other, we are all sick too. Mine might be different from yours. Yours might be different from mine. Well, finding one thing in that definition means we as well in one way or the other need one attention or the other. So when we talk about distress can manifest in which way? In which way do we know that we can see somebody and say this person is distressed? We have emotional distress. Somebody that feels fear for something, anxiety, depression, fear, anger. You fear what you've not even seen. Or you fear what you've not done. Or you feel, will I be able to do this? You respond harshly to some situation around you. That's when you show anger. Little things that you need to react mildly for you and the other person to either talk or settle. You take it too far than that person expected. Irritability. You get irritated with people around you or things so fast. You lose interest in some things as fast as much as you can. You can evaluate yourself. Mood swing. You're happy, and at another moment, in sometimes 2 minutes or a second to that time, you have changed. They say, it's not this person I was talking to the other time, and he was answering me very well. And now, he's answering me as if we are what? We are fighting. Sadness. Anything well done. Hopelessness. And tí ò ní confident nínú ara ẹ̀ lórí àwọn nǹkan kan. Those are what? Emotional distress. Then we now go to psychological distress. Trauma, anything, bóyá accident, bóyá ó ní issue pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn kan, matter kan ò tí wà settled. Bóyá ẹlẹ́ni tí nǹkan ń ṣe tó wà lọ́rùn ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé the situation is more than what he can bear. Trauma, stress, burnout, grief, loss. Tàbá sọ nǹkan nù, àbí àsọyàn nù. Tàbá ń ronú pa nǹkan yẹn tá gbé sára tá àti gbé kúrò. Relationship issue. Bóyá ìjọmọ̀ ìyá náà tajọjọ́mọ̀ ìyá àríwá ògún, ọkọ àti ìyàwó ni wá ní àríwá ògún. Ọ̀rẹ́ ni wá ní àti wà far apart. Nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ àwa rí resolve. Self-esteem concern. You are among some people, you feel you don't match up to them. You have so low self-esteem. You feel you cannot match into one society or the other, into one gathering. It's just like possibly now. I was being addressed as a medical doctor. Is it possible for me to build my house and build it myself? I'll need an engineer to give me plan of how the things will go. I will need an architect who will draw the plan of the building for me. When they are doing that, I'll need somebody who trained to do tiling, somebody who trained to do POP. For the fact that I'm a medical practitioner, my certificate will not do all those things for me. So you are relevant in your own way. So don't feel because the gathering you find yourself, they are elite. Their elitism is to a limit of what they can do, which you have at your own disposal. So you don't need to have what? Low self-esteem. Identity issue. You don't know where you belong. This is part of psychological distress. Then physical distress. We talk about pain, fatigue, insomnia when you're unable to sleep, digestive issue, o jẹ oúnjẹ o digest lára ẹ, o lè lọ toilet dáadáa, is also a concern. Headache, orí fífọ́ yẹn máa ń wá léraléra. Ó pé mo ti lo oògùn kíní yìí ò tí ì lọ. It's also a point that can lead you to be stressed or be distressed. Muscle tension, sleep disturbance, appetite changes. Ẹ rí pé mo ń lose weight ni, mi ì róúnjẹ jẹ dáadáa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kí n deworm, mo ti deworm, but it's still a concern for me. Ìyẹn on its own can cause someone to be in a state of distress. What are those causes? Life events like divorce, loss, trauma, mental health condition, anxiety, depression, physical health condition, chronic pain, illness, people are on hospital bed. From the definition I said somebody in his normal state or incapacitated, social, physical, and mental. Not somebody on hospital bed or somebody that is not on hospital bed. You might be in those three states and you might be in hospital bed or you might not be. And you will be what? You will be coping or you will not be able to cope with those conditions. Then work-related stress, financial difficulties. The country we find ourselves now, our naira is not matching the value of the job we do. It's a problem for us. Social isolation. From that definition, we say social, mental, and psychological well-being of an individual. Some people feel their sociability is when you go to party, when you go to birthdays, when you go to clubs. Those are some sociability for some people. But the gathering we find ourselves here now that we are learning is also a social gathering, because it's an avenue for you to what? For you to learn and de-learn. It's better you drop some attitude and you pick up some. You drop some habit and you pick up some. Because what you are learning here will take some bad thing away from you and replace it with something that is better. There are major life challenges. Moving on in life, you are a graduate, you are finding it difficult to get a job. The job you are doing you thought is menial. You are seeing bit by bit from it. But you know, being a graduate, you can modify whatever you are doing with the experience you have. Then they will see that the job you are doing, the same other person that did not go to school is also doing that same job. But the fact that you are more experienced, you've been able to modify that to feel that status you feel you want the job to look like. Consequences of untreated distress. Worsening mental health. You find it difficult to relate or to be among people, to be able to be your normal person. For you to be able to relate well with people around you. If that continues, it will affect your mental state. Such person from being distressed might go into a state of depression. Such person will now go into a very worsening state that might lead that person to be either admitted to see a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and be on medication for a while, or be on either psychotherapy for a time being. Then we have decreased productivity. You are very active at what you do. You just found out that when people would give you job to do, they said, you are not like this before now. Within a day or two, you've been doing this same activity, this same job I give you over time. And now, a job of 2 days that you deliver before, you are finding it difficult to even deliver in a week. So such person should know that something is what? Wrong somewhere. That needed to be taken out of that mind, he kept it. Then strained relationship. You have to dissociate yourself from different set of people. That you don't have cordial relationship with them anymore. Because of the fact that you felt you have a problem. You are seeing that issue you are having as a what? As a problem. That people around you don't want to relate with. Then we have physical health problem. Our system generally is coordinated from the brain. There might be a brain shutdown as a result of the fact that that place is being what? Encompassed with different thoughts that is not supposed to be inside it. Then we have what? Substance abuse. That person will now start taking some things to keep his normal state of being. That's why you see youth of today, they felt you cannot do things normally, except they are on one drug or the other. You see them taking ice, you see them on codeine, you see them on, they'll call it coke, you see them, different things these days, that they don't even keep it. In our environment, we see some people, they say they take loud. You now see that person, he's almost falling down, but he's still standing. Of what importance is that thing he has taken to his system? Your worry will only be at that moment that you feel in that delirium state. But when that thing wears off from the system, you are back to where you are before. Or complicate the matter again. And such person might ended up being admitted to manage some damage to their what? To their brain. Then we have suicidal thought of behavior. Such person feel, let me just end it. Ending it will be the best. Tó ń bá para òun sìn, ṣebí gbogbo worries yẹn máa kúrò mẹ́. At least àwọn tí ò fẹ́ òun yẹn wọ́n á mọ̀ pé òun ti kúrò níbi tó ń wà. So such person will be having that mindset of kí òun gbẹ̀mí ara òun, which will be like a resort for them pé òpin yẹn náà nìyẹn. That's the best decision. That's the best solution. Then we have social isolation, like I've said. Then we have decreased quality of life. That person, his personal hygiene does not matter to him. What he takes into the system, kò worry, kò matter sí. Kò bá wẹ̀ láti jẹta, kò bá máa wẹ̀, kò bá fọnu, kò bá máa fọnu, kò bá wàṣọ tó dáa, kò bá máa wàṣọ tó dáa, kò make sense sí mọ́. Nítorí pé at that state tó ti rí pé bóun ṣe ń hùwà yẹn náà ni the best way tó ń ṣe lè hùwà tó ń hù lọ. Then increased risk of chronic disease. Nígbà tí kinní bá ti ń wọ̀ ẹ́ lára, opportunistic diseases or infections máa ráyè wọnú ara. Nítorí pé nígbà tó bá tí ìtọ́jú tó ń ṣe yẹn, ó máa shut down some senses nínú ara ẹ tó yẹ kó máa fún ẹ ní sensor pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ níbì kan, àyè yẹn ò ní sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́. Tí àyè yẹn ò bá ti wá ní sí ń bẹ̀, kí ló máa padà ṣẹlẹ̀? Oríṣiríṣi àrùn ló máa padà ṣe kíni, ló máa padà wọ ẹni yẹn lára. Then, importance of addressing distress. Improving mental health. One of those ways you can improve your mental health is by relating your information, your problem with people around you that you felt will add to you positively. Àwọn tó mọ̀ pé tó bá fọ̀rọ̀ lọ, wọ́n á dì fún ẹ ní ọ̀nà tó máa bá rí nǹkan tí ó máa ṣe ẹ́ láǹfààní. Kò ṣe ní tó fẹ́ lọ fọ̀rọ̀ lọ tó máa padà tún ṣe kíni, tó máa fi advice tó máa fún ẹ tó máa fi dẹ̀ ní àlámọ̀rírú. Iṣẹ́ tí àwọn àfáà wa ń ṣe tó pọ̀ jù nìyẹn. Yàtọ̀ sí pé doctor jẹ́ ẹni tí ó lè lọ ọ̀rọ̀ lọ bá. Àwọn àfáà wa ní weapon tó ju ti doctor lọ ń gbà mí. Nítorí pé wọ́n á lọ nú hadith, wọ́n á lọ nú al-Qur'an, wọ́n á lọ mọ́rọ̀ wá, wọ́n á lọ mú tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, tó jọmọ́ tó rògbò yóò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe é for the first time yẹn. Ní tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lómi tó ju tó ń ṣe é lọ yẹn, wọ́n á lọ mú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá. Wọ́n á wá gbé kalẹ̀, ìwọ náà wá máa rí reason pé àṣé your own problem is even very what? Minimal. Èèyàn kan wà níwájú títí ẹjú tí ẹ lọ dànù. Bá a ṣe ń sáré pé àtọ́ àwọn kan nínú bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe ń gbàdúrà èèyàn nílé ayé tá bára wa yìí. Náà ni state of health tiẹ̀ náà kò ṣe wọ́ọ̀sì tó ta wọn kan. Àwọn kan wà níwájú tó ń gba wájú nínú pé àlàáfíà ò sí fún àwọn rárá. ṣebí wọ́n sì lálàáfíà ẹlòmíì ọlọ́run bùn gbogbo ń tẹ̀dá lè máa béèrè fún nígbèsí ayé ṣùgbọ́n mo máa bẹ ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ́run gba gbogbo nǹkan yẹn kó ṣe kí ni kó dáhùn padà sípò tálákà kóhun ṣe kí ni kóhun fi lálàáfíà ìwọ wá lálàáfíà yẹn ó wá wò pé the situation of the country is a problem for you ṣé èèyàn tó yàn bá ti kúrò nu country ńkọ́ ṣẹ́ni tó bá ti kú ronú nàìjíríà mọ́ ó lè ní ronú nàìjíríà lórí mọ́ náà tọ́lọ́run bá ti mú títán bá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn bọ̀ kó má bàa wá jẹ̀bi wájú ọlọ́run ní kó mọ bó ṣe máa ṣe kí ni bó ṣe máa lẹ́nu ọpẹ́ lórí ntọ́lọ́run ṣe fún ẹ kó má máa banújẹ́ lórí tóun retí tí ò tí ì dé nítorí pé ntọ́lọ́run ṣe fún ẹ yẹn kò ṣe kí ni kò tí ì ṣe fẹ́ lómìn. Enhance your well-being tó bá ń rí advice gidi gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń súnmọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó máa add mọ́ ẹ positively wàá wá rí reason tí ìgbésí ayé tiẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ fi ṣe kí ni tó fi nítumọ̀ sí ẹ nítorí pé nítorí bóyá kò nítumọ̀ sí ẹ yẹn àwọn kan wà tọ́lọ́run ti wá kó sí ìkáwọ́ ẹ̀ pé àtàrà tiẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti máa ráwọn dáadáa kan ṣe tó bá wá dé ẹ̀mí ara ẹ légbodò ọlọ́run máa padà wá fìyà yẹn jẹ nítorí pé àwọn situation mi táwọn yẹn ni máa rò pé tó yẹ pé lágbájá dẹ̀ wá wà ní nǹkan yóò bá máa ṣe kíni kò bá máa gbélé báyìí so ẹ̀mí tiẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ ó ṣe kíni ó ṣàǹfààní sí ẹ. Increase resilience. Don't beat yourself to kò ṣeé ṣe. Don't beat yourself to kò ní resolution kò ní solution. No. There is no negativity in the life of a Muslim. We must always be what? Positive. Even though at the point of you are feeling you are down, you should still be what? Having every reason of what? Hopefulness in your what? In your mind. Then support physical health. How many of us ló ń ṣe exercise? Ẹlòmíì máa wọ́n pé ìjọ tán bá rí mi tí mo wọ track suit ní street mi tí mo wọ trainers sí tí mo wá sáré from the beginning of my street to the end wọ́n máa wọ́n pé ṣé kò sí ní tó ṣe bàbá ìṣá jẹ́ kó ń wò ẹ̀ bóyá nǹkan ń ṣe ẹ́ your own state of health ló ṣe kí ni ló má tà sí ẹ. Then improve productivity. Nígbà tá a bá ń rí gbogbo ohun tí mo ti kọ́kọ́ kọ́ síwájú yẹn ṣe your level of consciousness to what you need to do will what? Will rising. Then your level of productivity will what? Will got more higher. Then foster positive relationship. Then wọ́n wá rí pé ìgbésí ayé tó fẹ́ máa gbé pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn yẹn ó máa wá nítumọ̀ nítorí pé ò ní rí àwọn tó wà lára oúnjẹ bí ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe é nípa lára bí ò ṣe àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe kí ni tó fẹ́ mú dáadáa báyìí. Then it will now reduce risk of chronic diseases. Nítorí pé when you are mentally stable, when you are mentally upright, your senses will let you know in your system whenever you have anything that is disturbing you somewhere. Then we have coping mechanism. Emotional regulation now. Mindfulness and meditation. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dá jókòó ká rorí ká ronú. That's mindfulness and meditation. O ní ọmọ tó ń ṣe é, o wà mindful of it. You have that insight into what the situation is. Wá ronú ń pa ẹ̀. Ní pé ṣé mo ṣe wá ń ṣe ra mi ṣé ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tí mò ń fèsì yìí ṣá. At least tí n bá ṣe dáadáa lórí ara mi màá ní mo mọ̀ máa rí nǹkan tí mò ń wá. So mindfulness and meditation. Wá ronú tayọ pé n tó ń ṣe yẹn nìkan. Deep breathing exercise. Ó jẹ́ n tó máa ń fúnyàn ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ọkàn. Tẹ́ bá rí pé ńgbà míì ẹni fear of unknown. Ẹ fẹ́ lọ bẹ́ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ rí rí. Ẹ fẹ́ lọ bẹ́ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ rí. Ẹ fẹ́ lọ present quotation yín fẹ́yàn kan. Wọ́n ní kẹ́ submit business proposal síbì kan. Ẹ kọ application wá pè yín fún interview. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ ń pè yín wọlé níbi tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ jókòó sí yẹn. Mind yín máa skip. Ìbẹ̀rù ẹni tó ò tí ì rí rí á ṣe kí ni? Abọ́sọkùn ẹ̀. Mind ẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn o lè máa ní palpitation. Ọkùn ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa ṣe kí ni? Bì. This is how you can control it. You breathe in, you breathe out. Wàá díjú. Wàá ṣe bí ẹ̀mẹ́ta léraléra. You see that at the end of the day, most nerves yẹn máa ṣe kí ni? Ó máa calm. Then you have progressive muscle relaxation by engaging in some physical exercises. Journaling is the sense that ohun tó bá rí pò ń là kọjá yẹn àbí nǹkan kan wá sọ́kùn ẹ̀ kó máa kọ́lẹ̀ wàá máa kọ́lẹ̀ bó ṣe ń kọ́lẹ̀ wàá máa ronú ń pa ẹ̀ wàá máa béèrè advice lórí ẹ̀ ètò rí pé o ti rí yes sí wàá ṣe kí ni wàá cancel ẹ̀ nítorí pé o ti gbọ́ information pa nǹkan yẹn o ti ní àgbọ́yé ń pa nǹkan yẹn o ti pa n tó jẹ́ negative thought ẹ lórí nǹkan yẹn o ti ṣe kí ni o ti parẹ́ nítorí pé o ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn fún ìbéèrè o ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ pẹ́ yẹn lórí tí wọ́n fi ṣe response sí ẹ nígbà tó béèrè béèrè yẹn that's journaling. Then expressive writing nígbà míì tó bá ka àwọn nǹkan míì kalẹ̀ tẹ́lómi bá gbé nǹkan yẹn wò á rí níbi tó ti ń fọ́ọ̀tà rẹ lórí àwọn nǹkan kan ẹ̀bi tí ò yẹ kó accrue mọ́ rẹ ó ti ṣe kí ni ó ti mú ẹ̀bi yẹn bá rẹ lóye jẹ́ pé when we have expressive writing tí n bá jẹ́ doctor tí mo attend sí patient nsìn tí patient yẹn bá wá fún nurse appointment tí ó bá jẹ́ pé mi máa attend sí the next person tó bá gbé káàdì yẹn kí ló máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe ó máa ka case file ẹni yẹn ó ti ní knowledge nípa ta ni nípa patient yẹn láì ṣe ń pòun ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí ibi tí expressive writing ti máa nítumọ̀ nìyẹn ẹlòmíì lè stumble on ní tó kọ yẹn tó yẹ pé ní tó kọ síbẹ̀ ó ti ní ìgbàlérò láti ṣèpalára fúnra ẹni inú nǹkan yẹn làwọn èèyàn ti máa mú tó máa fi ṣe kí ni pé sóhun tẹ́ni ní lọ́kàn rèé wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ láti lè ṣe kí ni láti lè help ẹni yẹn. Then as sọ ń pa physical activities lẹ́ẹ̀kan exercises there running and jumping mélòó ni wà là ń ṣe yoga ṣáà ń ṣe yoga Nàìjíríà ṣá swimming is part of it mélòó ni wà ló mọ̀ swim because omi fúnra rẹ̀ náà máa ń calm nerve ni. Then cycling ṣá lè wa kẹ̀kẹ́ ṣá these are some of those things that helps us. Then social support fún coping mechanism talk to trusted friends and family I've said it before. Support group AIC is a support group because you cannot come and meet our brother now our daddy here that nǹkan kan báyìí ṣe mí he will be able to connect you to some people he had connection with on your matter that mo ní brother kan o mo ní sister kan o ẹ jọ nǹkan báyìí lọ́nà ń ṣàwọn wàá dẹ̀ rí support níbẹ̀ yẹn ju ibi tí o ti ní ṣàǹfààní fún ẹ lọ tó rò pé o ti lọ béèrè àwọn èèyàn wa máa ń rò bóyá support system ní pé àwọn ọmọ ìyá mi nínú ẹ̀sìn wọn kí irú tèmi rò máa wá lọ sọ́dá side lọ́hùn-ún tó bá ti sọ fáwọn yẹn pé o ní problem ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ lọ́ máa ṣe kí ni lọ́ máa ṣùgbà ẹ irọ́ ni o they want to collect what you have and give you what you don't have that will not even lead you to the right path you already have before but it will what it will derail you from that path. Then online communities media social groups that are relevant. Media social groups that are relevant. Not social groups on WhatsApp, on TikTok, that you join some families online and whatever they preach there does not add to you positively. Is it the comedy we are looking at today that want to feel the pain you have? Tó bá ti rẹ́rìn yẹn lásìkò tó rin yẹn kí ló máa padà sọ́pọ̀ ẹni yẹn ìbànújẹ́ yẹn náà ni. Then volunteer work instead of tó máa fi wà idle wá bí tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó ti máa volunteer ara ẹ̀ láti join iṣẹ́ yẹn tó máa ṣe kí ni tó máa fi àsìkò tó yẹ kó máa dánú rò yẹn tó máa jókòó sínú láti máa kánú borí wá máa fi gba aṣẹ́ ládàá wá máa fi gba ládàá. Irú gathering tá a wà yìí you can be a volunteer here wọ́n ní program ń bò mí you can be a volunteer there. Then when you are giving your time positively you are going to change yourself positively. Then we now have pet therapy. Ẹlòmíì máa ń ní olóńgbò ńlé ẹlòmíì máa ń ní ayékòótọ́ ẹyẹ ayékòótọ́ yẹn ó máa ní ńlé ẹ ti máa grow bond mọ́ra yín. Having those things around you sometimes make you feel more active because olóńgbò yẹn máa sáré lọ máa padà wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹyẹ yẹn náà máa fò lọ bóyá o nínú ilé o ti kó kúrò nínú cage ó fò within nínú ilé yẹn the bird will have grown that attachment with you wàá máa rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí family nígbà tí ààyè àwọn èèyàn ò bá sí ń bẹ̀ láti ṣe kíni láti kúrò lára ẹ̀. Then self-care relaxation technique like hot baths reading you can be reading Islamic novels o lè gbé alukuran kó máa kà á ó lè jẹ́ àwọn tefsir alukuran tó ń ti ṣe mí ló máa jókòó tí tó máa kà ó máa gbé gbogbo nǹkan ìbànújẹ́ yẹn kúrò lọ́kàn. Hobbies kí ni nǹkan tó like láti ṣe painting, gardening, all hobbies to feel pé it's part of you that you derive joy in doing will take away a level of distress from you. Then creative expression like writing, poetry, music and the rest like that. Not just music, sensible ones. Not the one they will be using woman part or men private parts to sing and you will see something, you feel you are hearing something meaningful. No. Because that's the kind of song we listen to in our community today. Then, you now do what? Spending time in nature. At least if we are not using this place as a gathering now, having a flower here or having tree here, under the tree, the breeze blew, the breeze blows. You being under that tree will give you this sense of serenity. Self-talk. Motivate yourself. Positive self-talk. Motivate yourself. You are the best motivator you can ever have. Àwọn àgbàlagbà sọ pé àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúwàbí tó bá ṣe kíni tó bá dénú àdé odidi. Àbọ̀ ti wà lára ẹni tá a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ fún tẹ́lẹ̀ ni o. Òun fúnra rẹ̀ ti ń cultivate àbọ̀ yẹn ló ṣe jẹ́ pé ńgbà tẹ́ bá padà fi àbọ̀ kún ló máa ṣe kíni ló máa dodidi. Ẹni tí ò rí reason tó ń fúnra rẹ̀ fi ní important sí rẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ motivate ẹ̀. Then reframing negative thought, gratitude practice. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ní ẹ̀mí kíni ká máa dúpẹ́. Gratitude practice. Then mindfulness of self-compassion. Mindfulness of what? Self-compassion. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara ẹ dáadáa. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara ẹ. We are not saying you should be selfish. But ṣé kí ni nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara ẹ. Cognitive behavioral therapy. This you are going to be taking through some processes. Àwọn medical practitioner ló lè take wa through and process yẹn. Then healthy distractions. Watching movies or TV show. We have Islamic shows, Islamic TV programs that can what? Get your attention. Playing video games, reading a book, listening to music, taking a break from technology, self-professional help, therapy, counseling, psychiatric care, support hotline. We don't have support hotline in Nigeria. It's in other part of the world that immediately anything happens, they will call what? 911. I know Lagos State had emergency line, but I don't know if Ogun State had emergency line. But if this emergency line are available, you yourself or somebody around you can actually call for help. Then John torí Ọlọ́run ẹni alábàágbé mi o, àbí èmi fúnra ara mi o, mo fi pé nǹkan báyìí ń ṣe mí o. They will come and do what? They will come and pick that person. Then additional tips. I have said it. These are some of those things we can put together. At least ẹ bá ní pé gbogbo tí mò ń sọ látẹ̀kọ́ wọ́n ṣe kí ni wọ́n wọnú ara wọn. Ìkan ò lè lọ láìsí kan. Tá bá mú gbogbo ń ta sọ yìí tá mú papọ̀ a máa rí pé gbogbo ń ta rò bá lè máa là kọjá yẹn ń ta bá gbé sórí tó bá wúwo lórí wa ibo la máa ń padà gbé sí ó pọ́ sí ń bà mí ká gbé sí kíni ká gbé sí jìkà tá bá gbé sí jìkà tápá bá ń ro wá kí la máa padà ṣe a máa gbé wálẹ̀ a máa fọwọ́ fà báyìí tá bá gbé débì kan tá rí pọ̀ owó yẹn ti ń ro wá ń gbà tá gbé débì kan kí la máa padà ṣe sí a máa jùlẹ̀. Ntí a mọ̀ pa ní kápá tá lágbára lé lórí láti ṣe tá bá gbé sórí yìí ó máa fi burden síbẹ̀ ni èyí tó ṣe kókó jù ní pé ká kọ́kọ́ gbẹ́rù yẹn lẹ̀ tàbá wá gbẹ́rù yẹn lẹ̀ ẹ prioritize ẹrù tẹ́ fẹ́ rù ẹ wá máa mú ní kíni ẹ máa ní kọ̀ọ̀kan bó ṣe wà important sí tán bá wá gbé responsibility tó ju tiẹ̀ lọ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé ń tágbára ẹ ká o because tó o bá ṣe ń tágbára ẹ ká tó bá fẹ́ gbé gbogbo ẹrù yẹn sórí lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà tẹ́ni ẹ bá padà wá bá rẹ̀ tí ò sí wọn ní ta ló ránṣẹ́ àbí ibi tó máa jásí kọ́ nìyẹn àwọn èèyàn wá ní ta ló rán níṣẹ́ ta ló ní kó má lè ṣe wọ̀nba tó fẹ́ ṣe tó bá wá ṣe wọ̀nba tó fẹ́ ṣe tó hàn appreciate ẹ̀ mọ̀ ń pè ní tó ní kápá láti ṣe ní ọlọ́run appreciate ẹ̀ so ẹ jọ nítorí ọlọ́run ẹ má jẹ́ ká di tó pọ̀ jù ta lè gbé ẹ má jẹ́ ká di lura wa tá bá wá rí pé ẹrù yẹn pọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé lẹ̀ tá bá wá rí gbé kò sí ní tó ní ká má tọrọ ká má béèrè fún help ní tó ní kápá àti ṣe tọrọ má kàn sọ di habit ni àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa látòkè ọya lọ́hùn tẹ bá rí wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì kí ló ń ṣe wọ́n ń tọrọ bọ̀ kó ṣe ń pé inú wọn ọ̀tí ní tẹ́lòmí ò ní o ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti sọ di kíni wọ́n ti sọ di ìgbésí ayé bọ̀ Islam fún àyè lẹ́yìn pé kó tọrọ láti gbọ́ bùkátà yẹn ṣùgbọ́n má wàá sọ di kíni má sọ di iṣẹ́ kọ́lọ́njọ nínú àánú ẹ̀ kó wà pẹ̀lẹ́nu kankan wa kọ́lọ́njọ níbi tẹ́ni kankan wa bá ti ń ṣàìsàn kó fẹ́ni kankan wa níwòsàn lọ́la jẹ́ kan ṣoṣo ẹ̀ lọ́la la hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim subhanaka allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.